Welcome to the Spiritual Growth Podcast. I'm your host, Cherise Marie. This podcast is your sanctuary for peace, insight, and spiritual nourishment. Each episode is thoughtfully crafted to inspire and enlighten, blending timeless wisdom with modern relevance, all aimed at nurturing your spirit and igniting your curiosity. Whether you're beginning your spiritual journey or seeking deeper understanding, consider this space your companion on the path to enlightenment.
Hello and welcome. I am super excited to be here with you today. I am Reverend Joanne Angel BarryColon, and I am the founder of Holistic Fitness and Why. I am your certified holistic personal trainer, holistic integrative teacher, medical astrologer, Reiki master, master of numerology, card creator, and card reader. And I am super excited to be here tonight to share with you my topic, nutritional cycling. Now you're probably wondering what nutritional cycling is, and I'm going to get all into that. However, before I do dive into the meat of the conversation, I want to help you sort of get into the tone, get into the mood, and just take a breath, relax. I'm sure you've come from a very busy day as we are in the near of 2024 coming to an end. Lots of action happening collectively, personally, and all the energy you are around. So I ask that you take a moment just to take a breath. And as you take that breath, I want you just to allow yourself to come out of your busy mind, drop down into your heart, listening to your heartbeat. And as you do that, I'm just going to shuffle a card and see what we need to know for today to embrace this topic of the night. Because this is a very empowering topic. It may even be a new topic for many of you. And my biggest purpose and mission here today is that you walk away knowing something more than you knew when we came together.
Today, I've got something truly extraordinary to share. Something that could help you unlock your mind's full potential and transform your life in ways you never thought possible. Let me introduce you to brainworkaudio.com, the ultimate tool to help you listen, transform, and thrive. Whether you're aiming to enhance your focus, improve your sleep, or cultivate a sense of calm, Brainwork Audio is your partner on that journey. Their mission is simple but powerful: to empower individuals like you to achieve personal growth and well-being through the transformative power of sound. Here's what makes them stand out. Every audio track at Brainwork Audio is crafted by experts in sound engineering. They blend binaural beats, scientifically designed sound frequencies that sync with your brainwaves, with powerful affirmations that reinforce positivity and success, helping you reshape your mindset from within. Drifting off to sleep with their While You Sleep music, designed to lull you into a deep, restorative rest. Or powering through your day with their Focus music that sharpens your concentration and keeps distractions at bay. And when it's time to recharge, their meditation music creates the perfect environment for mindfulness and inner peace. But Brainwork Audio doesn't stop there. They also offer specially designed affirmation tracks, audio experiences that work in the background while you relax or work, subtly reinforcing positivity and confidence. It's personal development, effortlessly woven into your daily life. I've got a special deal just for you. Use promo code SUPERFAN at checkout to save 20% on your first purchase. That's right, 20% off your first step toward a more confident, focused, and peaceful life. So why wait? Head over to brainworkaudio.com today and discover the transformative power of sound. From sleep to focus to mindfulness, they've got the perfect track for every part of your day. Your journey to turn into a better you starts here. Visit brainworkaudio.com and use the code SUPERFAN because you deserve to thrive. Brainwork Audio, listen, transform, thrive.
So here we go. Our card for today, compassion. And that is such a great message to have. Compassion for ourselves, because we are really good at being compassionate to others. We are really good on reaching out to see how somebody feels. We are really good on just taking care of others. And we tend to forget to do that for ourselves. So compassion is the word. The color here is associated with our third eye. Our third eye, our pineal gland, which is the energy of where we get all of our insight, our visions, our opportunity to close our eyes and even go into a state of dreaming of what your deepest desires are, and then bringing those desires into your reality based on all the different things you do in your day-to-day, the action taken, as I like to say. 49. Well, let's talk about those two numbers. In numerology, the number 4 is all about bringing more balance. Balance into your mind, to your body, into your emotions, and then bringing it all together into your spirit. That 4 is associated in astrology to Cancer energy, which is about the moon's energy. The moon is all about how we feel and how we express how we feel. So keep that in mind. When we talk about the number 9, the 9 is associated with completions and endings, letting things go and transforming. That's based on numerology. When we talk about the number 9 in astrology, it's very much associated with Sagittarius energy. In fact, if we look at the calendar, we are currently the sun is in Sagittarius energy as we speak, at least for another day or two. And then the sun is going to be moving into Capricorn's energy. So when we think about Sagittarius, it's about higher consciousness, higher wisdom, higher knowing, and allowing yourself to be more truthful to yourself, and then allowing to drop into your heart for compassion so you can be more truthful to the people you are around. Because when we get used to people being more truthful, there's no reason for us to be sensitive or walk on eggshells, because we're all learning how to be more truthful to each other. So we take the overall number from 4 to 9, you add them up, and you come back to our 4 energy. So this is really about bringing things back into balance, which is a perfect gateway into our conversation. When we think about nutrition cycling or nutritional cycling, we already know the concept between the two words. Nutrition. Nutrition is the concept of nourishing our body, our mind, and our soul. Now, nutrition is not just about the food that you're actually eating. It's also related to all the things you pay attention to, what you're listening to, what you're watching, and the different conversations you're having with all the different people you're around. That is actually literally part of what it is we are digesting, in addition to all the other nutrients that we take in to fuel and feed our body. The difference between fuel and feed is fueling is what's going to give us the energy we need to do all of our different tasks in our day, whether it's sitting at our desk, using our brain, and that takes up a whole lot of calories, people. If you ever put on a watch that tracks your calories while you're sitting at your computer doing your work, at the end of that time frame, you'll be surprised on how many calories you're expanding just because you're thinking. In addition to the feeding portion, the feeding is about feeding your inner child, your inner adult. That is where we get to give the inner child, maybe the younger adult, the things that perhaps were deprived when we were younger. And as we got older, we took on these beliefs and restrictions and limitations of what we can and cannot have. So the fuel and feed is so important when we talk about cycling. Now, when we speak on cycling is really about what you're eating over a period of time, and then maybe changing it due to whatever the circumstances are based on your life chapter. Now, the one thing for sure that I will be speaking on tonight is the concept of astrology, or what I like to call, and I want you to think of these letters, POST, Progressive Overload Strength Training. Astrology and progressive overload strength training come hand to hand in what we call the cycle of life. As we, right now, all of us at this time are experiencing on the 17th of December, we are literally weeks away from all of us shouting, Happy New Year. Now, as we move into this new year of 2025, when you look at those numbers, add them together, you get a 9 energy, which again, a part of our card. That 9 energy is reminding you that in 2025, we're going to be experiencing a 9-year review, the review of our lives in regards to whatever has happened over the last 9 years, how much you have spiritually grown, emotionally grown, physically grown, and mentally grown, and maybe even perhaps some lessons that you may have to repeat because you didn't quite get it yet. And that's okay. Those are called patterns, and that's okay. Now, in addition to the calendar changing and we're moving into a new year, a new um, life path number, universal energy number, we're also changing in the sense of a new era. And what does that actually mean, a new era? Meaning that we are going to experience for the first time in many years, and we can go from as little as 7 years to 14 years to even 16 years of planetary shifts that are going to occur over the months of 2025. In fact, we've just experienced one of the biggest transitions from one of our biggest planets, which is known as Pluto, the planet of death, rebirth, and transformation. And the planet Pluto does exactly that. So if you take a moment just to review back just for just a micro minute and ask yourself, what has died off in the collective world, and then how did that impact or domino affect your personal life? Because every one of us, I'm sure, has experienced some sort of death of something, whether it was a loss of a job, maybe you moved, maybe relationships ended, whatever it is, it falls under the category of death, something coming to an end. And then there's this rebirth, because once you have this experience of something coming to an end, something new will eventually come through. And many of us right now are in that chapter of experiencing a rebirth. We're not quite there yet. They're still moving through a rebirth. And a big reflection of this energy of death and rebirth really goes back into thinking about 2020, when we all experienced a global shutdown. And that was literally the beginning of this journey we are on. So when we think about Pluto's energy, it transiting in Capricorn energy. Capricorn is all about the work we're here to do, what we're achieving, what we are experiencing, the let's say the hustle, even though I don't really like to use that word, hustling and grinding. That's that Capricorn energy. It's the fame, it's the success, it's the power. And when Pluto set in Capricorn for 16 years, that's exactly the experience many of us had, the work that we were here doing. Now, just very recently, Pluto has transit out of Capricorn and has moved into Aquarius. This is where a big portion of this new era comes into play, as Pluto will travel in Aquarius, which Aquarius is about your very vision that you hold for yourself and the vision you're holding for other people. This energy will last for 20 years. In fact, we will never experience in our lifetime another Pluto Capricorn transit again. That's how big this energy really is. So when we think of Pluto transiting out of Capricorn and moving into Aquarian energy, the death and the rebirth and what transformation you're undergoing. This is where this nutritional cycle plays a big role in regards to how you may be reviewing your connection, your relationship with your physical body. I just want you to take a pause here for just a moment and just think about what I just said, the death and the rebirth and transformation with your physical body. Who you were over the last 16 years and who you're becoming over the next 20 years is going to be a very different vision for yourself. Now, in addition to Pluto making its way into Aquarius, we also have many other planets that's in the process, working behind the scenes to get ready to make its shifts out of certain zodiac signs. And I'm just going to bring up two of the other planets that's going to play a huge role in this new era that we're going into. And those two planets are Saturn and Neptune. I'm going to speak on Neptune first. Neptune, the planet of spiritual evolutions and higher consciousness. Neptune is the ruler of Pisces energy. Pisces being the most intuitive zodiac sign there is. Currently, Neptune is sitting in Pisces energy, and this is the very last time by March 30th of 2025. Neptune will transit out of Pisces and will begin a new astrological cycle as it moves into Aries energy. Aries represents your I am statement. So again, another reason why we're going to be doing a reflection to your I am. Who are you? Who are you? How have you transformed up until now that perhaps you're seeing yourself in a different light? How are you identifying when you step up on a virtual stage, when you step up into connecting with your audience, your connections? How do you identify in this new energy? Then we speak about Saturn, the planet of restructuring. It's about your foundation. It's about your karmic reset. Now, I just want to backtrack into two words, restructuring and foundation. When it comes to your physical body, again, we're in this process of transforming. Now, as I said earlier, back in 2020, every one of us had an opportunity to quiet ourselves down, whether it was by choice or not, due to the global shutdown. And due to that quietness, every one of us have experienced this, what I like to call leveling up, frequency upgrade, and shift in dimensions. And because of the shift in dimension, the structure that we were and the structure that we're now, our foundation is very different. Changing the way we connect with other people and also the connection we have with food. So I just want to bring your awareness to the word resistance. Now, when we think about the word resistance, based on nutrition, based on the nutritional industry, resisting regarding having resistance to eating certain food, being told perhaps that's not good for you, you shouldn't have this, and that builds up resistance in our physical body, which then in return creates unnecessary weight that shows up in our physical body. So learning to let go of the word resistance and learning to tap into this whole process of your intuition and learning to be led by your intuition to what is the right food for you at this time in this cycle that you're in right now. So to think about that. So the next time you are either being told that you should eat this way or this way, ask yourself, does it really serve me to restrict and resist myself from something that I may be desiring? So again, just to think about that. In addition, how do you activate your intuition so you can use your intuition to determine whether or not a certain food is the right food for you at that time of the nutritional cycle that you're in. Your nutritional cycle, your chapter of your life, wherever you are at that point in time. Because again, as our planets are shifting out of certain zodiac signs, moving into new zodiac signs, that is also creating a shift in what's called our natal chart. So once upon a time, as Pluto set in Capricorn, that played in a certain placement on your chart. Now that Pluto is in Aquarius, it's playing in a different placement on your chart. So we'll say, for argument's sake, on my chart, I have Capricorn sitting in my 6th house. So Pluto was highlighting my 6th house placement. Now that Pluto has left Capricorn, now Pluto is highlighting my 7th and 8th house because I have Aquarius in both of those houses. Now you may be asking, well, what's the difference on the houses? Based on the 3 houses I just spoke on, the 6th house is associated with your nervous system and your physical body, health, fitness, and wellness. The 7th house is associated with your agreements, your contracts, your intimate relationships, such as marriage and your closest friend. 8th house is associated with transformations, the dark side, and inheritance, other people's money. Now, you may also be asking, well, how do these houses play into your nutritional cycle? So we already know that the 6th house is associated with your health and fitness. So when we think about the 6th house energy, and whatever you have in that 6th house is going to help you define the cycle that you are in at this point in time. So let's say, for argument's sake, in your 6th house, you have Venus in your 6th house, whatever zodiac sign it's in. So Venus is about values, self-worth, your physical body, and also the relationships you have with other people and yourself and money. So that Venus energy being in your 6th house is going to amplify how you value yourself. And if you value yourself with high standards, health and fitness is going to be higher on your priority list in regards to making sure you're fueling and feeding your body with the right nutrients so you have the energy to do the things you're looking to do in the course of your everyday. Now, when we speak on the 7th house energy in regards to nutrition, bringing balance again into your mind, into your emotions, and into your physical body. When your mind, body, and spirit is balanced, you'll experience less chaos in the mind of overthinking, less emotional flares, because everything is balanced based on the nutrients that you are bringing into your physical body to help give you the energy you need for your daily life. And then as we speak on the 8th house energy, the 8th house again is all about how you're going to accomplish your specific goals for your everyday based on your nutritional cycle. What cycle are you on? Now I'm just going to grab a drink of water. I'm going to ask that you do the same. Because again, a big part of bringing balance, which is that 8th house energy, into your life is to recognize how to nourish your body, how to keep yourself hydrated. So this way here, the brain fog does not come in. So the 8th house is that balancing energy. It's about how you're going to accomplish the things you're looking to accomplish and how you're going to work through the darkest sides of your life based on the cycle you're in. So when we speak about the cycles we're in, right now you may be experiencing a loss of a job. So your cycle may have you in the energy, in the emotional energy of sadness and grief. And sadness and grief in itself has its own connection to specific foods. Now, I'm betting that you are thinking that with sadness and grief, that you would probably be looking for foods that's going to uplift your emotions, which you're right. So most often than not, when you're in that state of grief and sadness, you may find yourself desiring foods that are nurturing and taste good because it gives you a moment of feeling good. You also may be looking for foods that are going to warm your soul up. So have foods as well to feel cozy and feel more at home. So learning the cycle that you're in will help you define the foods to create that balanced nutritional plan for you and becoming more attuned to your intuition and checking in with your physical body in regards to what food is a good source of food for you now, rather than telling yourself that you can or cannot eat something. So paying attention to your intuition. And perhaps there's a term that you do not know, which is called muscle testing. Now, many practitioners use a pendulum to do muscle testing. You can also use your own body to do muscle testing. And how that would work for you is recognizing that ideally you would either sit or stand, and you would ask two questions, a yes question and a no question. Knowing that you know the answer to the yes question is going to be yes, and the no question is going to be no. Now, how your body sways based on your yes and no is going to give you the definition to whether or not you should be eating that food. So, for example, let's just say your yes is swaying back and forth, and your no is swaying side to side. So you grab whatever food it is you're looking to have and place it in your hand, and you ask your body, would it serve my body right now to consume, to eat, and get the nourishment from whatever that food is, and then see what your body says to you. Do you get that yes, or do you get that no? If your body says no, then maybe for today, you place that on the side and you choose something else. That does not mean that if you decide you want to have that food maybe tomorrow or maybe later, you check in again and ask your body, does this food serve me? Yes or no? Now, if again you tried it later and it said no again, then maybe just for that day, it's not meant for you to have that particular food. It's really important to keep a journal in regards to the foods that your body wanted and that your body was saying no to. This way here, you can have a better judge of the cycle you're actually on and what foods are working for you versus what foods are not working for you. Now, you might be asking yourself, well, what if I went against the no and I decided to have it anyway? That's called free will. And you can have something even though your body has said to you, not with the no motion, that it's not a good idea. If you go against what you're intuitively being told, then you also have to be mindful that there may be some side effects to the fact that you chose to go against what your body intuitively told you not to have. And that's okay too, because you have free will. My job here is just to help you have tools to learn how to navigate through your nutritional cycle to what is good for you and what may not be the right thing for you right now. Notice I did not say bad. I did not put a category of good and bad, because there really is no such thing, and I know this may be hard to hear, no such thing of bad food. When we define it as good and bad, we are putting judgment into the conversation. And the idea is to let go of judgment, let go of limitations, let go of restrictions. The minute we learn to let go of those three things, we open ourselves up, because we want to be mindful that judgment, limitations, and restrictions may very well be the things that your inner child might have experienced in the past. And again, we want to remember that we want to nurture our inner child just as much as we're nurturing the person we are right now. We have some water. So as we understand how to tap into our intuition and using our intuition, tapping into muscle testing to determine our yes and no's, and reminding yourself that muscle testing can be done for every meal. And just because one meal your muscle testing told you not to have something doesn't mean you can't go back and revisit to see if you can have it at the next meal. So pay attention and keep that journal. Another topic I want to bring to the table, the understanding that the only person that really knows your body the best is you. And I worded this way because I really want you to hear it, as no one knows your body better than you. Why do you give away your power? Now you might be sitting back and asking, what does that actually mean? Why am I giving away my power? Now I totally understand that perhaps you hire a coach, maybe a nutritionist, a dietitian, someone to give you some guidelines and help you be more accountable to a healthier version of you. However, only you know and your body knows what is the best for you. So if you are being given a list of things to do and not do, again, it's really important to come back into tapping into your intuition and connecting with muscle testing to determine whether or not the list of things you've been given to do and not to do is really going to serve your highest purpose. Because again, we have to remind ourselves that we are spiritual beings. And because we are spiritual beings, we have to remember that we need to fuel our soul. This is about bringing more energy into our soul's experience through the different things we do in our day and how we're fueling our body in regards to energizing our body for our day to day. So again, have your coach, your nutritionist, your dietitian, have them there to give you the guidance and to help you become accountable, as opposed to giving all your power away to them. And allowing yourself just to be your own advocate for what's going to work for you and what's not working for you. And again, this is a day-by-day assessment or even hour-by-hour assessment in regards to what does your body need for right now. As we talk about our physical body, we talk about our soul's energy, we talk about being spiritual beings. Let's talk a little bit about the concept of an energetic link and an energetic leak, the difference between the two. I had a beautiful conversation just a couple of days ago, and this conversation came up about the energetic links. Think of the word energetic. Everything and every person you're connected to, the energy that you are taking in from other people, how that feeds into your soul as well. Again, more nutrition that goes into your soul, the energies of all the different people. That's the link to the very cycle you are on. That's the link that may very well be related to the weight that you are carrying as well. The energetic links related to the weight that you are carrying. This is a perfect opportunity to really start thinking about how you want to use this Pluto in Aquarian energy to help you let go, die off, what I like to say, the issues in the tissues related to the emotional weight. This is a perfect time to start evaluating the energetic links that you're connected to. Every person, how are they feeding you? How are they fueling you? Are they lifting you up or are they draining you down? And then when we think about these energetic leaks, just think about a leaky faucet where you constantly feel that the water dripping. And at the end of the day, if you were to put a nice tall cup by that sink and see if it filled up, that would be the same metaphor in reference to all the different people you are around and how many of them are really just sucking the life out of your energy. Because again, this is your nutritional cycle that you are now in. A brand new cycle based on how you are going to fuel and feed your body with food and with the different people you're connecting with. Pluto in Aquarius is known as the age of Aquarius as connections and collaborations. Connecting with people that's going to support you. Connecting with people that's going to lift you up. Connecting with people that's possibly even going to help you take that quantum leap into doing something so outrageous. And that's the energy you want to have so you can have the evolution, the transformation that you are here to have. So again, when we think about this Pluto in Aquarian energy and the energetic links connected, how are you connecting with people? How are you making those connections? Are you in that space where you can literally allow yourself to be open to the possibilities of, I'm going to bring these 4 terms to you, opening your energies up to self-love, self-trust, self-worth, self-knowing. When you bring this energy in, the energetic links of different people, how you're linked together like chains, how you're all connected. If there's that one person that is weighing you down, that one person is preventing you from being the best version of you. And you get to decide, you get to choose how to release and make space through this new era that we're moving into. And just looking at the bigger picture of this nutritional cycle that we are on. Now, you're probably thinking, wow, I thought I was going to come and listen to a nutritional topic and learn about food and learn about how much of this I should have and how much of this I should have and what I shouldn't have. Surprise, surprise. Because our nutrition is not just based, as I said earlier, about what we're eating. It plays a huge part. Now, when we are being nourished by all the different people that are supporting us and lifting us up, we're already being nourished. We don't necessarily need to look for food that's going to help us bring more sweets into our life, because we already experience the joy from all the amazing things that's going on in our life, that we literally learn how to create a healthier food menu based on what our body really needs at the time that it needs. I want to bring to the conversation our chakra system, starting from the root chakra. Now, the root chakra, as we know, and you may not know, is all about our survival. It's about fear. It's about from the ages of 0 to 7 years old. So when we're really, really little, and how we need that support and to be protected and provided for. Now, the main process of helping the root chakra to open and expand and to allow you to be more grounded and focused and be connected to the earth's energy is the consciousness and the connection that you have with your physical body. Allowing yourself to go within. It's not an outside job. It's an internal job. It's a within job of learning how to ground yourself, that you are fully being nourished through your earth's energy, fully being nourished through the higher consciousness, fully understanding that when you can literally fall into self-love and trusting the journey that you are on and the self-knowing and the self-worth, that is how you bring more balance into your root energy, where you get more and more grounded, more and more knowing and understanding that there's absolutely nothing that you don't already have. You have everything you need to nourish you. The idea of it is to recognize who you need to release and make that space so you can be fully present in the very energy you are here to be in. So that root energy is really about allowing you the higher consciousness, the connection with your physical body, moving your physical body. As I said earlier, progressive overload strength training is the key to that conscious connection to your physical body. And then when we move up into the sacral energy, the sacral is your desire. The sacral is where your heart beats. The sacral is all about your determination, your motivation, what it is you want to burst, the creative projects, the connections, the collaborations. Once you get that root chakra up and going, your sacral energy opens up where you can literally feel your desires. And once you feel your desires, that allows you the opportunity to really nurture your body. In the cycle you're in of feeling that joy, feeling the excitement, where again, you're no longer looking for the sweet foods to bring you the joy is already within you. So recognizing the cycles you're in, and then as we connect to the sacral, we move up into the solar plex energy, that's where your gut knowing is. That's where your intuition is being activated, helping you to be guided in a direction that you need to go, to know without a reasonable doubt what is for you is yours. The self-knowing. You don't need to go and ask somebody on the outside what's the best thing for you, because you already know it. As you ground and nourish your body, your mind, your emotions, your spirit becomes whole. Then we move this energy up into the heart. The matters of the heart. Allowing yourself to fall deeply in love with you. Making space so you can love yourself. Nourish yourself. The more you love you, the more you love your body, the more you're going to want to give your body the nutrients it needs so you can be in the cycle that you're in. The nutritional cycle of allowing yourself just a pure joy, pure peace, pure calmness. And eating, fueling, and feeding your body based on keeping your chakras aligned. Beautiful rainbow colors to help stay in this perfect connection. So then as we open the heart up and in that self-love energy, we bring that energy up into the throat, helping us to activate the ability to express, the ability to share, the ability to speak, the ability to connect with our physical body. Literally having conversations with your physical body, being more in the present moment of knowing and recognizing that your physical body is your biggest messenger. The symptoms that show up in your physical body are showing up because your body is letting you know there's something that's either being recalibrated or there's something that needs to be realigned. So the recalibration just means, again, as we're moving into this new energy, this new era, our whole system is changing. So what we once knew to be is no longer. The conventional ways of doing things, it's now about the revolutionized ways of doing things. As my approach is, as when working with women in midlife, it's about a body and soul transformation, which my approach is non-conventional. It is really revolutionized. It's helping you to better understand who you are from a soul level and coming away from the cookie cutter approach to restrictions, limitations, and the lack of power. Learning to take care of yourself and learning to really trust that your body knows, self-knowing of what your body really needs. And when you get into that space of the self-knowing, then we move that energy up to your third eye where you can visualize the vision you hold for yourself based on this Pluto Aquarian energy that we're going to be in for the next 20 years. Your vision, the vision you hold for yourself as the strongest version of you, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And then last but not least, we move up to the crown and we allow the crown to drop down to the root chakra. The crown energy is your higher consciousness that drops down, helping you to make that connection between the heavens and the earth. Seeing yourself as a whole. When we think about my business name, Holistic Fitness, it's with a W. You're a whole person. And recognizing how all this plays into who you are and your nutritional cycle that you're on right now. Moving into this new cycle, as we move into a new year, a new era, looking at your astrology makeup, looking at the different placements, the different houses. Pluto will be spending in Aquarius. What house placements is that? It's going to be sitting there for the next 20 years. Neptune and Saturn moving into Aries energy, starting a whole new astrological cycle. These are big energies that we are speaking of in this moment of time, where again, you may already be in that mindset of knowing that there's something that's changing. And in that change, one of the things that's definitely changing is how you are approaching your mind, body, spirit, and how you are going to be fueling and feeding your body based on your nutritional cycle. Letting go of those habits, beliefs, and philosophies that's stored in our subconscious mind. It's time to start thinking for yourself. It's time to allow yourself to let go, release the old energies that no longer serve you, so you can make the space for all the new that's coming in. Because there's a lot of new coming in. Now, two things may very well happen as we move into 2025 and this new era coming in, is one of two things. You're going to take that quantum leap into all this new energy and expand and transform and evolve. Or you're going to take 10 steps back because you're going to be in that process of trying to figure it all out, a review of the last 9 years of your life. You have a choice. You can choose self-love, self-trust, self-worth, and self-knowing, and allow the space, let go, release, and make space for what's coming in for you. In this 9 universal energy year as we move into 2025, again, this is a powerful, powerful year coming in. And again, as I said, compassion is the word that we're going to start off the year with. Having compassion for yourself. Moving more into your vision. What does that vision look like for you? What does the healthiest version of you look like? What will you need to take on? What will you need to let go of? How will you release things so you can make that space? How will you put yourself on your schedule so you can create this nutritional cycle so you can nourish your physical body, your mind, your emotions, and your spirit? Because again, it's not just what we eat. It's everybody around us. The energetic links or the energetic leaks. And it's so important for you to be able to define the two, write out a list, and work on releasing all of what's leaking so you can transform. So I know I've said a lot, I've shared a lot with you, a lot of insight that's coming to the table right now. And again, I want you just to take a breath again. Take some water. And just give yourself this permission to take on this idea, this opportunity, this new way of thinking. Working through my approach of the non-conventional way of doing things and moving to this revolutionized health, fitness, nutrition, wellness prescription plan with me. Give yourself permission to evolve, catch up to where your frequency is. Because again, we go back to 2020, every one of us have evolved. Every one of us has experienced a frequency shift and a dimension increase, an elevation for that matter. And each one of us are continuing to experience a spiritual calibration. So it's so important for all of the things that we're doing in the external world to catch up to what we're doing spiritually. So all that being said, what I would love to offer you, give you an opportunity right now to be able to have a one-on-one with me. Let's make a connection. Let's come together. Let's have a conversation. Let's explore your astrological and numerology makeup. Let's take a deep dive into your soul. So I can help you discover who you are from a soul level, not a human level. Because that's how I like to make connections. I like to know that I can connect with you from a soul level. Because your soul level is going to be the very energy that you are here to accomplish. And by doing so, you can definitely click on the calendar link that's going to show across the screen and schedule an appointment with me. And let's have a conversation and discover what your astrological and numerology makeup is. And then from there, we can see how the two of us can work together going forward so you can be on the right nutritional cycle and take on all this amazing new energy that is definitely coming through. So once again, reach out to me. You can also reach out to me at healingwithin76@gmail.com. You can find me everywhere. My website is Wholistic with a W, Fitness and Y. My YouTube channel is the same. If you go to my website, you get to see all the different services I offer. If you go to my YouTube channel, you get to see most of the services that I do in action, just as I am with you right here. Either way, my mission is to make connections and collaborations. My biggest purpose is to hold light, shine my light so bright that you can see your light. Because it's time for you to shine. It's time for you to level up. It's time for you to quantum leap and learn your nutritional cycle so you can be right on track and fueling and feeding all of your purpose, not just with food, but by everything you're doing in your life, being able to be seen, heard, and show up for you. Because it really is about self-love. It is really about self-knowing, self-trust, and self-worth. You are so worthy of understanding your nutritional cycle so you can step up, be seen, be heard, and shine your light and live in purpose. So with all that being said, that's all I have for you. I look forward to seeing you on the other side. Remember, you can catch me on my calendar link. All you got to do is click on it, and I'll see you on the other side. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye for now.
I'm your host, Charisse Marie, and I want to thank you for joining us today on the Spiritual Growth Podcast. It's always a privilege to share this sacred space with you. We hope you carry these reflections with you throughout the week, letting them guide your actions and enrich your spirit. And as always, we're here to support you every step of the way. We love hearing from you, so feel free to leave comments or reach out with your thoughts. Until next time, keep exploring, stay curious, and remember, you are never alone on this path. Together, let's continue walking towards greater awareness and deeper connection. Take care and be well.